the University of Virginia and our baseball program is honored to be hosting another NCAA regional here in Charlottesville. I think our people do a fantastic job here with running the event. I welcome the 3 visiting teams here for the tournament. I know that they will be treated the right way by our fans and our event staff and everybody, and they'll have a great experience here in this NCAA regional. You know, this happens, hosting a regional, because of our entire body of work that we have done this entire season. We've certainly had a very special regular season that we're very, very proud of. I think a lot of times when you host regionals, quite often, you know, you got to be careful that the players and the coaches and everybody involved takes it for granted. You know, we need to feel good about what we've done up until this point to earn this right to be playing in our ballpark and hosting another regional. You know, the entire regional is certainly going to be challenging. There's some outstanding teams here, some really great pitching staffs. You know, we're looking forward to getting this thing started off tomorrow at 2 o'clock against Bucknell. We know a fair amount about Bucknell because we've competed against them over the years. And, you know, their head coach does a tremendous job. Them winning their championship says that their team is playing hot and playing good baseball this time of the year. And so we expect a great ball game right out of the gate, and we'll move on from there. I'm going to address it right now because I'm sure one of you will have the question. I made the decision to start Artie Lewicki tomorrow because Artie Lewicki earned the right for what he's done in this program for 4 years and what he's done this year. I believe he's pitching as good a baseball as anybody we have on our pitching staff, and I felt that, you know, him being the senior, he's earned the right to get this regional hopefully started off on the right foot, and I'm very, very confident that he'll go out there and do a great job and give us a quality start tomorrow.
Talked about getting Bucknell. I think it was the first couple of series last season. If it is game of Eagle or whatever you faced back then, can you take anything from that facing them years later?
Yeah, I'm not sure who we're facing tomorrow. I'm sure we'll find out at some point here, but. You know, certainly you faced somebody last year. You got an understanding of what they do, you know, on the mound and how they try to get people out. But, you know, pitchers develop from year to year too. I think if people faced Nathan Kirby last year, you know, they'd be looking at a completely different pitcher this year, and also other guys on our staff. So certainly there's a little bit that you can take from it and understand what kind of stuff the guy has. But, you know, we'll find out later on whether or not he's even starting. I'm not even sure, but you know, whoever it is, you know, our guys will be excited, and we'll go out there with the right approach. Anybody you face this time of the year is going to be good because they've earned the right to be in that position. You know, that's why I feel so good about our offensive club right now. You know, last weekend the 3 starters that we faced in our league tournament are as good as you'll find, and you know, our guys are prepared for anything, and you know, whoever it is, I know that, you know, our plan will be right.
Artie going tomorrow, should we expect the same type of deal with Nathan and Branden rest of the way?
Maybe. I think it depends on what situation we're in. You know, whether or not we win game 1, I think plays into it. So, you know, with regards to the rotation, we're just going to take it, you know, day by day and see what kind of situation that we're in. But certainly that's a really viable option. So.
What have you found out about Bucknell doing your scouting reports?
Well, it appears to me that they have a pretty balanced offensive club. You know, they've got some a mixture of both right-handed and left-handed hitters in there. They're not dominant on one side. You know, it seems like they handle the bat pretty well. You know, they're going to move runners along and things like that. So, you know, whether it's Bucknell or somebody else or a team we faced last weekend, you know, we still need to do what we need to do on the mound defensively and offensively to have success. You know, I go back to, you know, any team that's won a championship is playing good baseball at this time, and that's what it's about. It's about playing good baseball from this point forward, and they're coming into this tournament with, having won a league championship. So it means they're feeling good about themselves. So it looks like they have good pitching depth. Looks like they can run 3 or 4 starters out there that have pretty good numbers. So, we'll see.
Artie, for you, what does this mean to start finally in an NCAA tournament?
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a calm excitement to it. Like Coach O'Connor said, Bucknell's a great team. They deserve our respect, as does the rest of the teams in the tournament. I'm just going to go out and treat this like any other game and hopefully pitch the same.
After pitching at Wake and then obviously down in Greensboro, a couple of pretty hitter-friendly parks. Nice to be back in this place.
Yeah, it's nice to turn around and see the graveyards and the gap there. It's a good feeling. Definitely pitching at home provides another sense of comfort. But I think at the same time, those things are kind of irrelevant. You have to focus on your opponent and just do what you know how to do and pitch well.
Artie, when you think back to the road you've been on these last couple of years, how much more special, I guess, does it make this opportunity?
I haven't really had that much time to reflect over the years, I guess. Kind of just taking it day by day and trying to stay in this moment and not look to the future and not look to the past and do what I can to be my best now.
Grant, what do you remember can you bring up anything from facing Bucknell early last season?
I mean, it was over a year ago. Like Coach O'Connor said, they're playing hot right now. They deserve to be in the tournament, win a championship, and we're just gonna go with the right approach. Play our game and do the right things, and hopefully come out with a win.
Well, playing your game, obviously, it's led to 44 wins this year. A lot of them coming here. How does this place suit your guys' style this season?
I mean, it's we love playing at home. There's a comfort thing here, but it's like I said. There's no better place than playing at Davenport. You're here every day. The fans are great. We're happy that we get to play here. And we're excited to go out tomorrow in front of a home crowd and play our game.
Branden, this whole season, it just seems like it's been building to this moment now. How prepared do you think you guys are now that this is here?
Yeah, I think we're really prepared. We got, for the position players, we got the junior class. We've all been through it. It's, this year we've worked hard, had our ups and downs. This week's been a great week of practice, and we're excited. I think we're prepared. The ACC tournament, we faced really good pitchers. The best we'll face, from here on out, and I think we're prepared. We're gonna go out, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna play our game, and do our best.
You look at the 4 teams in this regional, and all ERAs are pretty good, meaning you probably have a lot of those close kind of 3-2 kind of games. You guys are obviously comfortable in it. I mean, just how much you guys, embrace those opportunities and how much confidence you have in playing this type of game.
Yeah, I mean, we've been confident all year in those opportunities with the guys out of the pen. It's big things. It's going to be not try to do too much. Do what you're asked, and go out and do what you can, and know that we're going to have a good approach. We're going to do what we can defensively on the mound, do the best we can, handle the ball defensively, and do everything right.
Artie, what is this, the next 24 hours or so, what's this like for you now? Because obviously you don't know a ton about Bucknell. Is it mostly studying them? Is it mostly just taking care of what you need to take care of? What's this like for you now?
It's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of studying your opponent. I think it's just more staying in the routine that you've stayed in the whole season and treating it the same as if you would treat it the opening day or the middle of the year or now towards the end of the year. But the next 24 hours are just going to be like the same 24 hours I spent last weekend and the week before that, and so on and so forth.
When you're studying Bucknell or any of the other opponents, what are you looking for as a pitcher?
There's a couple different things you're looking for. I'm not really sure I'd say it now, so they know what I'm looking for. But I mean, you just kind of want to get an idea of their lineup and what kind of approach you're going to have.
You pitched so well all the season. How do you not let a little bump like last week affect you? How quickly did you put that behind you?
Well, I try to put my wins behind me as fast as I put my losses behind me. So when I try to, or want to, feel good about my wins, but I feel it's more important to get rid of them. So to get rid of a loss that quick is that much easier for me.
Coach, big picture question. In order to get to the ultimate goals, it seems like you have to go through an SEC team or teams, plural. Does it help to have Arkansas in this regional just to kind of, mix it up with them? I mean, you're going to run into one another, maybe 3 or 4 more down the road here.
Oh, sure. I mean, whether it's Arkansas or Liberty or Bucknell, whoever it is, but certainly, you look at a club like Arkansas and they've done it all year long in a phenomenal baseball conference. You talk about close ball games, they've been in a ton of close ball games and most of them have went their way. So, when it gets to this time of the year, you're going to face really good teams that play consistent baseball, and that's what it takes to move on. And that's the kind of club we are. That's the kind of club everybody is from this point on. So, there's no easy road for any team in this regional or any regional, and you got to play good people, and that's what you want. Our players come to the University of Virginia. Our coaches come to the University of Virginia to have the opportunities that we have in front of us. And, I'm sure those other schools feel the same way, that this is what it's about. It's about competition against really good people. And, that's where you really find out the young men who wear your uniform, what they're made of. So the whole year is great, but this is the best time of the year because of who your opponents are.
You talked yesterday about being big on routines.
Yeah.
And staying in routine. I guess one of the main reasons you picked the early game yesterday is so your guys can stay in routine, take big teams.
Sure.
Based on previous experiences in regionals, is there anything that you do change as far as your approach is concerned? Handling staff or anything like that? Or?
No, not really. There's not a whole lot that we will change. I think it's important that, whether it's, how I talk to the players, how I handle the players, it can't change, and, I talked to the players the other day about really simple things this time of the year that sometimes I think can get out of whack, as simple as, sleep patterns. Here they are, they're not in school anymore. So, they can't all of a sudden get into this mode where they're up until 2 o'clock in the morning and sleep in until 11 a.m., or go take an afternoon nap. They're not doing those things, during the normal academic year and when they're eating and things like that, and try to continue to get them into a routine. And, that is a big reason why I do decide when we do host regionals to play the first game, is it keeps our players in their normal routine. We hit on the field the first day of the tournament, like we do when we play at home. And, I'm not concerned because I know our fans will come out and support our team whether we play at 2 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Earlier it was mentioned that, you play the whole year and, well, now it's this moment, I think it's important that our players and our coaches, you don't get caught up in the moment. It's simple to sit here and say, well, it's another ball game. It's more than just another ball game tomorrow. But we need to have the same mentality that we've had all year because it's been pretty darn good. It's been gotten us to where we are right now. So hopefully, we all yield that advice and continue to be, calm and handle the situation and stay in the moment.
Let's get one last question, please.
Branden, talk about the fact that, as Coach said, this university is used to doing this. So all this little stuff is taken care of. It's kind of routine. So you're not in a situation where you're coming in and you can't get in your locker room, or there's a bunch of stuff piled in front of you. That it seems like everything's taken care of. How much does that help you just focus on your game, on what you're supposed to be doing?
Yeah, all the little things that do change come regional. We stick to a routine, even though, like Coach McConnell said, we're not in class. You have to stick to that routine, so other things outside of here are not bugging you. So you can go out and you can play the game, level-headed, and go take care of business.